John 8:42. Epen autois ha Jesus, ha theos pater humon ein, egapate an eme, ego gar ek tu theou ex eilthon, kai heiko, ude gar ap emautu elelutha, al ekenos me apestelen. Here Jesus continues to respond to this hostile audience in the temple precincts that he has accused of illegitimate spiritual parentage. We read, Jesus said to them, and I want you to note here how we have a second-class conditional sentence in the way we would normally expect. We have an A in the first part, and then we have an on in the second part. And that's a way of doing a contrary to fact conditional sentence. If this were true, then this would be true. So we have to render that in English the way we would do a contrary to fact sentence by saying, if this were, then this would be. Okay, let's read it now. If God were your father, notice that second person plural, your guy's father. If God were your father, you would love me, right? You would love me. For I went out or came out from God, that is, I came out from God the Father, and am here. For neither have I come from myself, neither did I come from myself, but that one, that is, God the Father, that one sent me. There's a lot we could say here, right? But not much time. Let's look at a couple of things. Let's look at this word heiko, just because I think that's probably throwing a few of you off. You're probably looking at that and think, oh, there's an augment. What is? Well, actually, that is the lexical form. So not many Greek words begin with an eta, but this one does. The lexical form of this word, the word you actually, if you look it up in a lexicon, is heiko. Heiko, it means to be present or to have arrived, right? Jesus says, I have come out. That's the second aorist from ex ericum. I have come out from God and am here. I am present. Let's look at one other thing. This last word in the verse, apestelen. You recognize that, I'm guessing, is coming from apostello. Apostello. Remember, that is a compound verb. There's the prepositional prefix right there, so the augment will come here. There's your augment. You say, well, where's my sigma? If there's an augment, you're rendering this like an aorist. Well, remember, the sigma is rejected after a liquid consonant, and there's a lengthening of the stem vowel to compensate for that loss of the sigma. Also, we lost a lambda, which is typical of liquid verbs that have two lambdas outside of the present and imperfect tense. So this form here is indeed an aorist active indicative, third person singular, and the subject of it is the third person singular, that one, referring to God the Father. That one sent me.